feature tiny house living from our house, and we get a glimpse into other people's tiny homes and creative living spaces everywhere. I'm Beth. Barry is behind the camera. On today's episode, we'll share a retro tour of our shed home, which I don't know, maybe has 15 million shares and views. We've lived here for about 5 years and we're getting ready to do some remodeling projects. We thought you might like to see the before we start showing you the after. So Barry will take you on a tour of that. We do have chickens, and since it's Easter week and our girls have started laying again, we'll feature a quick tiny home egg recipe, deviled eggs. But they can be a pain, particularly to get them to peel correctly. So I'm going to show you my favorite tiny house hack about how to cook eggs. So let's get started. Well, here are our eggs. We are starting to get quite a few. And as you can tell, we have lots of different colors of eggs. And it's kind of fun to know who contributed to my dinner. But for today, we're going to use a variety of these. And I'm going to do about 8 just to show you and kind of get ready for Easter Sunday. In a tiny house, you don't have a lot of storage solutions. So I have the smallest Instant Pot that you can get. I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup of water in the bottom because that's how pressure is formed, with sort of a steam pressure. If you have a larger Instant Pot, you need to verify what your size you need for that. And then I'm going to put a variety of eggs in here. And that should do. Then just put the top on, pretty easy, and leave your vent on seal. Make sure this is on seal, or if you have one that flips over here, make sure it's sealed. The perfect way that I've discovered to do this is a 2-minute timer on high, and so I've preset that for us, so you can see it's 2 minutes. I'm just going to push it for pressure cook. Once it comes up to pressure, it will start timing that 2 minutes. And then once that happens, I'm going to time for 14 minutes to let it cool down. So the 2 minutes are up. It came to pressure. It pressured for 2 minutes. And now we're going to time it for 14 minutes as a cool down. So I'm just going to set that right there and we'll watch that and come back to it here in just a bit. I'm the annoying cook who likes to set timers, and I always use my phone because it's the easiest way for me to keep track of it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the pressure has totally released from this. I'm going to move it to release, and you're probably going to see some steam come out the back. Oh, good. We're just naturally released. I'm going to open the top. You should see a whole bunch of done eggs. I have a bowl of ice, and I'm going to pour this in here and let this start cooling these eggs down quickly so we don't get those nasty green rings. Okay. The eggs are cooler. And I have a few tools that I think really make it helpful to peel eggs. Of course, I've got a cutter because we're going to cut these. I have a spoon, which is my favorite egg peeling implement. And I'm just going to use a strainer here. And I'm going to put these eggs in this strainer to let them drip a bit while I start working. They can dry a bit. Now, let's crack them and see how they do. We'll try one of our brown eggs. So I like to just crack them and roll them. I love the crunch. But look, these things, because they've been cooked with that 2-minute timer and they have had that 14-minute cool down, they peel beautifully. Let's do another one. Let's try a white one. Listen to the crunch. And then it just sheds off. By the magic of video, these eggs are now all peeled, and they did peel beautifully. And I'm going to cut them and let you see what our 2-minute egg looks like. The white is soft but done. The inside has a nice texture, and they're just perfect for turning into your deviled eggs. I'm just going to take out these yolks and put them in a bowl. I'm a purist. I just like mayonnaise and mustard in my deviled eggs. Barry likes relish. I don't put it in there. I figure he can add it on later if he wants to. So I'm going to mix this up and get these going, and then we're going to devil our eggs. So I just have a simple Ziploc bag. It's a sandwich size, and I would just give you the caution, don't get one with a pleat on the end because that doesn't work as well. But I'm just going to fill this bag. I'm going to turn it down a little bit And I'm going to fill this bag with the deviled egg concoction. Never easy, a good way to make this be neat and tidy that I've figured out yet. So they're almost done. We have a few extra special tiny house touches, but what's happening? Okay, you can have one. Go ahead, cameraman. Have one. Take it. There you go. We have our eggs. I'm going to use this platter. Remember, I have tiny tables, so I use small platters and things like that because that's what you do when you live in a tiny house. Not sure all of these will go on here today, but you know, we can have some back in reserve if we want to get them on the table. Or what I try to do is if I have too many eggs, I do have a special plan about what to do with those. Okay, I think that looks cute. And here's my special plan. Delicious. I love the mustardy taste. The mayonnaise cuts the eggy taste. But that top note of mustard just makes them so good. Do I have deviled egg on my mouth? So good. So good. All right, one last thing. So I grow microgreens in my windowsill. These are about done. I've been using plastic fast food containers to grow them, but just in other parts of my life, I'm trying to get rid of plastic. And in our next video, I will show you what I'm putting up as far as getting rid of plastics in my microgreens. But for now, I'm just going to cut these, give them a haircut basically. And then I'm going to use them to dress up my deviled eggs. Just chop them up a little bit and make them a little bit fine. But anywhere I can get extra nutrition in, I'm game to do it. And that way my family gets eggs and some microgreen nutrition. So just a little, to make it a little more festive for Easter, I just thought we'd have a few little decorations. Got to have egg cups to go with Easter eggs, right? And that's our Easter Sunday.
Hi, I'm Barry Smith. Welcome to our home, our Tuff Shed home. You may have seen us before on the internet. We've been shared millions of times. If you have, welcome. If you haven't, then please enjoy this quick tour of our Tuff Shed home. So you can see here we started out with a concrete block foundation. I think now, looking back, that a basement would have been a much better idea. Just an external shot of the building of the house as it's going up. And here we have a funny story. We have siding, we have house wrap, and we have a second layer of siding because they forgot to put the house wrap in before they put the first layer of siding up. Here is a look inside our kitchen. You can see it's a very open kitchen concept. We like that. And here you can see the open shelves with hand-hammered wrought iron supports. And here you see the turntable, just another view from the side of the kitchen. We love this turntable. It makes having that space possible. And this was just our sink and the light above the sink, which also came from IKEA. Here's a shot looking into our kitchen from our living room. You can see Beth really loves aqua in her decorating, and the aqua and gray look great together. This is just a very welcoming space. And here is our pantry that does not always look this nice. It's nice to have the electrical outlet in the pantry because then we can keep our toaster and our KitchenAid mixer plugged in there. And now we're upstairs. So this is a very open floor plan house, and the bedroom is quite large. And we built it so that it could be two separate rooms if we wanted to do that. And here is a view of our closet. Very neat. And here is the full closet. It looks small, but it really has everything we need. And this is the writing table that we have in our room. Now, this is our sink in our bathroom. And here is a wider angle. You can see it's a corner sink with a sink basin. And then here is our cute little sink. We had to have a small sink to fit in a tight space, and this also came from IKEA. Now, we do have, it is a full bath, so it's a bathtub and a shower, and a pocket door there. And here are two houses. Our first house, the White House there, our daughter and our grandkids live in that. Our neighbors call it the Beetlejuice house. And then our Tuff Shed home is right behind that, the gray house in the background. And I just love this picture. It's just kind of what our whole property is about. So that's our quick tour of our Tuff Shed home. And now back to Beth.
On our next episode, we are going to be featuring an amazing tiny house, and I'm going to show you my upcoming microgreen project. So stay tuned.